Sounds good. So phase one, and a lot of the tips we're going to give today are very actionable. You don't necessarily need an agency to execute these, but it's something, with this action plan that we're giving you, how you do it and the level of execution and how you measure it, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So with that in mind, general best practices, I think, are a little bit more known due to great tools like Helium 10. We absolutely use those tools to do keyword research. The following rules, though, should never be broken. Number one, never have commas in your search term field. So you got 250 characters in your search term field. Utilize and maximize those and uniqueify them, if you will. And if you have commas, you're missing out on the permutations of every word in that series. So let's say I'm selling wine glasses, and if I want to have the word glass and the word wine, I only need that in the content one time, and it will permutate or combine with every other word in the series. And so that's why you don't want to have commas. So that's the first cardinal rule of search terms. This is the complete opposite of Google SEO from a decade ago, right? Amazon's rewritten the SEO rules specific for the Amazon marketplace. So rule number two, don't repeat words. So if you've got a keyword that's there one time, so I mentioned wine and glass, don't repeat the word wine a second time at all. Because there's no commas, you don't need to do that, because every time the following 250 characters of SEO are there, it will permutate with that first word of the word wine. So if we had an SEO string in front of us where it said wine glass, funny gifts for her, it would permutate like wine gift for her. That particular part of the explanation is generally not well understood when the best practice is explained, but that's why there's no commas. That's why there's no need for a duplicate word. Okay. The rest of the tips for the best practices aren't necessarily cardinal rules. They're just general best practices. So I like to include misspellings. Misspellings in search term field is the best place to put them, because if you put a misspelling on the front end, to the consumer, it looks trashy, right? Could hurt your conversion rate. But on the back end, it's a great location to put a misspelling. You also can put in Spanish. So Spanish is a very frequently spoken language in the United States, and not a lot of content focus has been put to that target demographic. That means it's easier to index for Spanish today than it is for English. So take advantage of that. Put in 2 or 3 Spanish words in the back end of your search term for your core 2 or 3 words. It will pay dividends.
Well, so one of the things on that Spanish note is we put usually Spanish in our 5th bullet. So just, same sort of thing, but we just add in the 5 bullets that you're allowed to put in, we just put one of those in Spanish. Now,